all at once, but in rhythm. You listen more than you speak. You ask questions that gently stroke his ego and quietly expose his soul. His childhood fears, his ambitions, his private doubts. This is emotional intelligence, not manipulation. Another soul reminder. When a person talks about himself and feels understood, the brain releases dopamine and oxytocin. He begins to associate that warm chemical safety with you. You mirror him lightly. Similar language, similar pace. Social psychology calls this the similarity effect. Familiarity creates attraction. You are not copying him. You are a familiar melody played on a different instrument. You respond reliably to his bids for attention. His messages, his jokes, his invitations. Gottman's research shows that couples who turn toward these bids build stronger emotional bonds. But you do not erase your entire schedule for him. Scarcity creates value. What is too available becomes invisible. This soul reminder matters more than compliments ever will. You are warm, but not on call. Present, but not cheap. You invest fiercely in your own life. Your body, your work, your friendships, your passions. Self-expansion theory shows that we fall harder for people who make our world feel larger. When he sees that walking beside you means a richer, wider life, his biology whispers, keep her. You are not trying to impress him. You are inviting him into an empire that will thrive with or without him. That grounded stability is magnetic. That is heaven. No lies, no poison, just discipline, depth, and a regulated nervous system that becomes his favorite place to rest. This is the soul reminder most people learn too late. Now, hell. The hell method is not about love. It is about control. It works. And it corrodes. Here, you use the same research like a weapon. You mix emotional intimacy with calculated absence. You give intense self-disclosure early. Late-night confessions. I've never told anyone this. Moments. Fast intimacy creates fast attachment, especially in men who are already lonely or insecure. Then, just as his brain links you with comfort and desire, you retreat. You reply instantly sometimes. Other times, you disappear for hours with no explanation. Intermittent reinforcement creates the strongest conditioning. His nervous system begins to chase you like a gambler chasing the next win. He will not call it manipulation. He will call it chemistry. Soul reminder. Chemistry is often just unregulated attachment. You become both the safest place and the sharpest threat. You comfort him when he feels weak. You subtly cut him when he feels too sure of himself. You mix praise with precise criticism aimed at his ego, just enough to make him want to prove himself to you. Evolutionary psychology shows that men often pursue validation from the very person who destabilizes their self-image, especially when she is also their main source of comfort. You amplify scarcity. Social media becomes a silent battlefield. Hints of other men. Busy nights. A life he never fully owns. Nothing obvious enough to accuse you. Everything sharp enough to unsettle him. Jealousy activates the amygdala and intensifies emotional attachment. Fear of loss often outweighs the pleasure of gain. The result is love, yes, but not a clean one. He falls in love with a version of you that does not truly exist. Half caretaker, half temptress, half threat. You become his most beautiful illusion. And he will bleed to protect it but understand the cost. This soul reminder is not gentle. In the hell method, you never rest. You are always adjusting, always performing. Your power depends on his insecurity. And insecurity is a fire that eventually burns everyone, including you. So choose heaven. Become a calm, centered, magnetic woman whose life pulls others into its orbit. His love becomes a natural consequence. Choose hell, and you become an addiction wired into his nervous system. His love becomes a symptom of his wounds. Either way, stop pretending love is random. It is technique, timing, and the courage to observe your own desire without letting it turn you into his servant. This was your soul reminder.